Internet, what's happening? Andy Sins about to toss you into a raging river of bias and have you swimming upstream in the form of a record review. That's right, welcome back to the State of the Sound Union, your source to hear me rant and rave about recently attended shows, recently released records that go hard and go fast. Today we are headed back to my old stomping grounds, Waterloo, Ontario, the home of today's band of topic. I'm talking about Among Legends. That's right, these guys formed in Waterloo. I understand they're probably scattered a little bit across southwestern Ontario nowadays, but nonetheless formed in Waterloo. Recently, this past Friday, July 10th, yesterday, released Lose My Grip on Little Rocket Records. I understand there's probably a couple more labels involved in that too, but I go with what I see. This is a follow-up to 2022's Take Good Care. First thoughts on the record is that this thing rips. They absolutely just tear through the first three songs on the album. They are down to business fast. And there is some beef to the guitar sound on this bad boy. And there's nothing to say negatively about the rhythm section either. You'd have to shout to be heard anyway. The drumming is solid, almost like a softer, dare I say, soothing sound to the toms, despite Sarah's realistically beating the piss out of them. Yeah, just mixed in, very cool. Some great fills in there as well, too. Vocally, lots of talk about a Graffin vibe, and I definitely hear that in the mix, and I'm not at all upset about it. The vocals are delivered much more aggressively on this record, I think, than the last one, and I think that can probably be said for the whole album, or the whole album musically in general, I should say. There's almost like a melodic hardcore vibe to a lot of these songs, but the backing vocals are solid too. You know, again, some hardcore gang vibes in there, and having Sarah in the mix it takes it to a really cool level. I'm not just trying to kiss ass or anything like that. It's just it adds like this other cool depth to it. It really is neat. Standout tracks on the album for me: Sound the Alarm. The guitars in that, super cool. I love the feedback parts, the tone, a good example of the beef I was referring to. There's like this sick, heavy vibe to it. And backup vocals, y'all. Gang vocals, y'all. Back again. Melodically, it's a great song too. Again, love the riff. There's a song called Hollow. I really like this song lyrically. It's like an effort in introspection, shall we say. And to me, it's seemingly paying respects to having difficulty in relating to friends with where they're at and mentally, and where they're at sort of physically in their lives. And I'll just ask that nobody tell me what it's actually about, because it'll break me. Floating Here for Years. This was one of the singles that was released ahead of time. Again, really enjoying the melody, the guitar. It's just a fun song. And the song structure, in terms of how it kind of goes from the bridge to the gang vocals in the outro, just really cool. There is nothing to be ashamed of from a sophomore release perspective. Among Legends is clearly doing their thing. There's no fear in going into a new direction while staying true to what they are. And great taste in music, these guys. Just in photos, videos, I've seen some Pears shirts, I've seen some Dillinger 4 shirts. Pretty sure I saw a Strike Anywhere patch, so you gotta be loving that. From a union voting perspective, this one weighing in at a solid 3.5 out of 5 union votes. Haven't necessarily decided if I like this one better than Take Good Care. I mean, again, I'm biased. That's what we're here for. Bad Music Club. Shout out Bad Music Club. They have a great interview on their channel. I think it might be one of the last videos that they released. I'll link that. But if you're interested in Among Legends, then absolutely go check that out. They are doing some shows this summer. In fact, this weekend. Today, even if this comes out today being Saturday, Saturday, July 11th. They're playing in Grey County in Durham at some like biker club. They also have a Barrie, Ontario show coming up. And then they're doing like 14 dates in Western Canada. So check that out. Again, Among Legends, Lose My Grip came out July 10th, 2026. Yesterday, as long as I have my shit together. Go check them out on tour this summer. And again, 3.5 out of 5 union votes. Thanks for tuning in to the State of the Sound Union. Take care of each other.